This is a 1962 Amphi car, and again, it's a first year production, and they made them from 62 to 67, and with just such a short run, they only made 3,500, so that's a pretty low number. You can imagine how many Camaros they made in 1 week, you know. So they're very rare. I have a couple of them, and the other one's kind of junk. But this one I use all the time. It's really good. It takes the waves. Other boats see you and they slow right down because they think you're already swamping and in trouble.
How fast does it go in the water?
Only about 10 knots. It's slow, but I go in real fast, so it's like the log flume. The water all shoots out to the sides. It's a lot of fun. But in the short production run that they had, they did very few improvements, and the first year models were very seaworthy, and they were decent on the road.
Who made them? What company made them?
It's IWK Industry Works something corporation or something in Germany. I think it's West Germany, and they were specifically made for American markets. They are all over the world, but the majority of them were made for American markets. There were some sent to Sweden for rescues on remote lakes.
And what did they do with them? Did they race them, drive them? What?
No, just pleasure craft, you know, dual purpose. And part of the reason they didn't catch on was they were $3,500 brand new, and they did comparisons where for $3,500 in 1962 money, you could buy a Chevrolet Biscayne 4-door sedan and a small boat. So for the same amount of money, you could have a boat that'll outperform it and a car that'll outperform it. But these are really the best.
What do you love about when you take this into the water? What's the thrill behind this?
Well, it's hard to imagine, but I got used to driving in the water in a car. You know, it's better when you haven't used it in a while and you do it, because you're like, wow, this is freaky, just driving in the water. And the front end just bops up and you go.
And again, people are waving to you. They're having fun. They love it.
It's definitely an attention getter. People are shocked. You know, sometimes people are like gasping, like, "Oh my God!" You know, and it's just what it does, and it does it well.
So your car collecting over the years, how many cars do you have?
Well, unfortunately right now, because as I mentioned earlier, it's an addiction. I have probably about 30 cars.
Do you want to sell them, keep them, rent them?
Yeah, I want to sell them. I have a lot of junk, a lot of future projects that I'll never get to. And in fact, you could probably shoot a couple of them in the yard that you'll see. I mean, I try not to keep the yard too junky, but I have a fence, and junk collects behind the fence. So I have an extreme junk piece behind the fence, which you can look at.
Okay.